Hello everybody, Shelly here. Today I'm playing with the 18S Sunset Beats by Morphe. I don't think this is a new palette. It's new to me though. My husband and I were recently at Ulta and we saw this sitting on the shelf and we're going through the shelf and I'm like, got it, have all these ones. And then this one was there and he's like, wow, that's really pretty. And I'm like, and so he ended up buying this for me. The Morphe palettes aren't super expensive, but these colors are really fun. And I thought this would make an actually really pretty fall palette because we have so many of these oranges. We've got so many of these of like cranberries and almost like a purple burgundy aubergine sort of shade. We have this really bright, almost like a fluorescent coral. I don't think it's probably going to be washed out in the camera. And then you have this ridiculous glitter in here that is just like yellow. I'm just going to regret doing this. It is a yellow glitter that I don't know where you would put it, but don't put it on your eyes because it's not okay to put on your eyes. Okay, you guys, I thought I would kind of play here. I don't even know what direction I'm going to do. There are some satin shades in here. I've got a number of shimmers, a couple that kind of almost look metallic-y, some that just look like a shimmer, some that look like these two down here look like they're a sequin shade or maybe a satin shade, and you have a whole bunch of mattes. My husband wanted to go out to dinner tonight. Not like a fancy date night, but just like Mexican food with the kids. So I thought, you know what, better way to get ready than to just put on some makeup and talk with my girlfriends. That'd be you guys. All right, you guys, I'm gonna start with, there's two yellows in here that look awfully similar. This one is much brighter and crisper, and this one is more of kind of like a mustardy color. I'm going in with the mustard. And I did not put on any eyelid primer, but I kind of just ran my sponge over my eyelids. Oh yeah, that's yellow. Did you guys do like that whole yellow phase? That trend where everybody was doing just like yellow and black eyeliner. I mean, I think I did a look with it on film for you guys with the Honey palette by ColourPop. Just curious to see if you guys ever tried that. I know there was quite a bit of comments from people saying, I can't wear yellow, and other people saying, I love yellow. I love the way it looks. It's good with my coloring. You know, some people were just owning the yellow. And that as a transition shade is much more tame for me, much more approachable, softer, but I still think I'm gonna get kind of like this sunset-y kind of vibe here. I gotta try to stay centered because I know that if I go too far over, then the camera likes to focus on the crap behind me. And by crap, I mean palettes with their labels this direction. I don't really mean crap. Okay, you guys, have to tell me how you feel about Morphe because some people, I think, feel very strongly about it. I watched a video not so long ago where someone was like, I will never buy Morphe products again. And then you've got other people that are just like, I absolutely love them. The price point, the quality, they have no issues with it at all. I think I've been pretty lucky with the Morphe products that I've had. I think in general, the quality's been fairly consistent. Occasionally I'll get a palette that's a little bit patchy, and truth be told, I think one of my favorite palettes of all time of Morphe's is the Fall into Frost palette. I think it's still available, but that was kind of like one of my go-to, especially like go-to work palettes for a really long time. I really want to try out some of these sequin shades out here, but maybe as an eyeliner. I'm going to use this color right here, which is kind of more of a chocolatey brown. In there it looks slightly warmer. In here it almost looks like it has a cool undertone to it. I'm just using that same brush that I used with the yellow. I should probably not. I should probably change up my brush here. And we're just going to give myself a little tap, tap, tap crease shading and some dimension. And we're just playing because my husband's working out right now. I've already done that, where he's going to come back in and shower, and then we're going to get ready to go. So I'm not going to do 3 looks with this palette, at least not today. You guys are going to have to tell me, do you want me to come back and do 3 looks with this palette? I feel like it'd be pretty easy to do. There's some definite bold pops of color, like with this fluorescent pink in here that looks completely washed out on camera. So just leave me a comment down below if you want me to do 3 looks with this one palette. I am probably going to post this video to a link on the Morphe website for this particular palette. So if you happen to see this video on that site, thank you so much. If you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button down below. I would love to see you around, but that'll at least give you a chance to find me easier than having to go back through Morphe reviews and try to remember which one you were looking at and stuff like that. If you're an existing subscriber, you guys know the drill. I'm a lady of a certain age. I am not a makeup artist. I like playing with makeup, and I am not ashamed to say that I've got too many palettes. A little bit of a collector, not a hoarder, a collector. I didn't get really kind of any patchiness. It actually went on pretty well. I'm getting that it buffed out a little bit. I'm not feeling like I've got super harsh lines like I did initially. Blendability, all good. I am going in with the darkest plum in here up against my lash line. Now, I have ran into Morphe eyeshadows before that were super pigmented, and I regret having as much product as I did. So my recommendation with a lot of Morphe dark deep mattes, go lighter than you think, go less than you think. It's much easier to build up than it is to sheer out. I don't know how I feel about this purple with the yellow, because it can look a little bit like an old bruise if you're not careful. But I think as long as I don't like layer the colors too much, I think it'll be okay. I like the purple. I think the purple's really pretty. So I didn't zoom in, but I just scooted up a little bit. I'll try to keep myself in focus here. All right, that purple kind of plum color is really lovely. I've been trying to do more where like I look directly in so I can kind of see. I always try to keep that shadow up above that hood, but I'm trying to do more where I'm looking directly onto my mirror so I can kind of gauge. Makes it faster because then I'm not like trying to go back in after the fact. Not shabby at all. I need something sparkly and lighter. Oh, they give me one of those. They give me this shimmer right here. I think this might be too deep and rich, but man, there's a copper in here too. There's another color that's like a more cooler toned shimmer. Kind of warmer colors, gold colors, purple colors. I know it's called Sunset Beats. I guess maybe, you know, maybe sort of sunsetty. I don't really feel like I've got a lot of true oranges in here, and I think I would feel maybe a little bit more sunsetty if there was an orange. I don't know why. Does that make sense? I'm officially putting on too many colors for what I would normally do, but since my husband's working out right now, I can do it. I want to use this copper color right here, and I suspect it might be too dark for my inner corner, but we're going to use it anyway. Okay, because it is a bold color, I'm going to keep it down a little bit closer to my lash line. Oh wait, no, that is actually a really pretty color, huh? We're going to bring it all the way up to my crease. Okay, where did my purple go? I'll blend this in just a little bit here. Not too long ago, I had somebody ask me if it was okay if ladies of a certain age wore shimmers on their eyelids, and I think it just depends on the formula. Like this particular formula, I don't feel creates more texture than I'm comfortable with. I can see how some products just really go overboard and make you feel very crepey, which could be too crappy. I feel like this color would make a really good to use like a wet brush with it. I just have this feeling that to use that copper color with a wet brush would be phenomenal. All right, I need to use this lightest shade in here just on the top edge because I kind of want to clean it up here a little bit. But I don't want to go anything too bright that's going to draw more attention to that heavy hooded eyelid situation that I have. I'm kind of going right over the top of that yellow that I first laid down. I don't know even why I use that because this color is so much better. This is the transition color that I should have used. This one right here. I should have used this transition color instead of this mustardy color. I think we're good with the shape. We're good with the saturation of colors. Try not to get too washed out here. It does look a little strange because I don't have anything on the bottom lashes yet. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna start with this dark sequin shade out here as an eyeliner. And I'm gonna line the outside of the top lashes. And I'm gonna do the same with the bottom lashes. Normally, I would say, you've got too much color, Shell. You're having too much fun here. Who do you think you are? Thinking this palette has me feeling a little saucy. I'm gonna go to dinner with my husband and he's gonna be like, put some eyeshadow on, did you? Okay, and then I'm gonna use this sequin shade here, which I've been very excited to even try. I suspect this might be my favorite shadow in here. So I'm just using it to kind of smudge out that darkest shade in here. And then as I get towards the end, I'm going just below it. So it's almost like that kind of gradient. And it does look crazy right now, right? Like it looks like, wow, you've got a lot on, and we'll fix that. But I kind of want to take that color and do the same thing up here. all looks better once I get mascara on, you guys, I promise. There is Kick Up and Morphe palettes, if I didn't mention it earlier. Doesn't bother me normally. Sometimes people say that leads to like patchiness. My only complaint with Kick Up is sometimes I get it in my contacts and then it just, that's not a good look. I want to take this lightest, brightest, crystal white color, and I'm going to use that to brighten that up right there. Okay, putting it on, it actually does have a yellow undertone to it that I didn't see in the pan. So it looks almost like a really pretty, almost like white gold. I don't know how to describe it. It's bolder and brighter than I expected. Adds a lot to this situation. I'm kind of just like buff that down just a little bit. Quit while I'm ahead. I'm gonna clean up some of this underneath here, put on some mascara, and I'll be right back. Sometimes first impression videos are the absolute best videos. I started off going, okay, this will be a fun palette. It's called Sunset Beats. And when I first looked at it, I saw yellows and oranges and purples, and I'm like, absolutely. And then as I started playing with it, I'm like, oh, but there isn't really like a true orange. And I don't know how I feel about that. And then I was thinking about all the different colors that I was putting on, and I put on a lot of different colors, but you guys, I love the way this turned out. That copper gave me the orange I wanted to, and I ended up gradiating this, the brighter, lightest color in the palette, and then the copper, and then the shimmer purple, and then the satin purple underneath, and a liner, and the brown, and oh my gosh, I have a lot of makeup on right now, right? And I don't care. Don't care. Sunset Beats, you guys. I'll absolutely dip into this again. I didn't have any problem blending it. I didn't get any patchiness. I don't even miss not having an orange for a sunset-y flavored palette. Do you have this palette? Did you even see this palette? I didn't even know it existed until I happened to be walking by the display at Ulta, and I'm like, oh, is that new? And then I got online and looked, and I'm like, well, it doesn't appear to be new. So, I don't know. Wasn't under their new things. I didn't have it already in my collection, and I actually am glad that I do. So I hope you guys are doing really well. If you're not already subscribed, please do. I am not a makeup artist. I'm a lady of a certain age who likes to play with makeup, like to have fun. Sometimes I even come up with looks that I would leave the house in, and I think that's kind of the end of the day. We want to look at products and go, is it easy to apply? Can we get some fun looks? Is it versatile for us? Is it within our budget? Do you need this palette? Maybe not, but it's a fun palette, and it gives me what I feel like I was lacking, which is hard to imagine. Anyway, I think this is a really fun palette for fall. I don't know what to tell you other than for the price point, for the wearability, for just the sheer fun factor, this is great. I don't know what to do with the glitter. Like, I'm probably never gonna use this glitter. That's just, it's not okay for your eyes. It's not really something that I'm gonna probably wear on my body. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing really well. Follow me over on Instagram. Feel free to DM me over there and let me know what you wanna see. Do you want to see 3 looks of this palette? Or should I move on? You guys let me know. I will talk to you on my next video. Bye for now.